to really, you know, have basically an even advantage. He'll be able to cast 4 fungal growths down with this army immediately. And in the meantime, getting a Nidus network up and another Nidus network up. Wow, what is the purpose of having 2 Nidus networks, actually? I'm not sure what that is. Maybe in case one dies, he can unload from the other before something happens. I'm not sure. Still getting used to this game, folks. I apologize. Anyway, but he does have a sizable army here. Over to protect this expansion. He's going to try and pick off the high yield before it warps in. Wow, going in here, storming the bulk of the army. Very, very well done. And where did the infestors go? They popped immediately. Didn't even get a fungal growth off unless I just misplaced them. He's going to burrow these roaches, fall them back. Burrow them just to kind of get some time underground so they can heal up pretty quickly. And he's actually going to walk them burrowed up to this ridge. So they're healing as they're coming up to reinforce this location. Here he comes in. Wow, look at this. Massive roaches. He's going to catch him on the ridge, but he's going to have to fall back from the ridge. Oh, man. Wow, look at that. They can just take storms while they're underground because they heal so fast. Just dodging in. I like this burrow and unburrow, burrow and unburrow. He really needs to get some obs in here so that the burrowing does not kind of force him back. But it's amazing he's doing so much with just these few burrowed roaches. And look at this. He doesn't want to go up that ramp because if he does, they'll unburrow on top of him. Wow. And this is beautiful play. I love this a lot. He's got the roaches burrowed. He's got the tunneling claws so they can move around. He had to cancel this expansion over here. But uh-oh. Nidus Canal unloading in the back of Cheetah's base. He's trying to warp in some pylons just as a blockade to block against this robotics facility and just maybe produce someplace he can put units in there. Or maybe he just needed extra pylons, actually. They might have been produced already. He's having to run his whole army back here just to try and deal with these several roaches. In the meantime, the main bulk of roaches coming in to attack the expansion. He's got the Templar. He needs to storm the crap out of those right now. Massive storms going down, but it's not touching these roaches. These roaches still at half health, and more roaches coming in. Is he going to unload more? He's got another batch of roaches in this Nidus Canal. Where is he going to unload those? He unloads those just off in the middle of nowhere over here so they can kind of reinforce this location, and he can really just kind of go back and forth. This Nidus Canal gets kind of wrapped up, but he actually saved all the roaches because he went right back into the Nidus Canal first, so they could pop out over here if he needs to. It may... Why? Okay, I'm really just not sure why he has these 2 Nidus networks. Maybe they pop out in different places or something. Anyway, but I like this. He can pop out these roaches at either location, or any location, basically, wherever he needs to. He's got them in backup. He can pump them out wherever he wants. And here he comes in. Uh-oh! That Nidus Canal is going to get totally pwned. And, yep, still... what's going on? So they appear to share... Wow, there's more in here than I can even... Maybe it's so you can fit more in there. That might be why. That might be what's going on there. Unloading a crap ton of roaches, 4 tabs of roaches, each with 8, just destroying everything in the back of the base here. He's having to run his army back here. Where are those storms? He needs to get the storms back here pretty quickly, or he's going to be in real trouble. Storms going off finally on some of the roaches, but they're able to just burrow and heal back up so quickly. Look at that. Look at that, so fast. And he's going to have to run out here pretty quickly, though. He's taken massive damage. The main bulk of his army has so many Templars, so much storm. He could just storm everywhere. He's just storming all over the place. No obs in sight. His robotics facility got powered down. Look at that storm. Oh, my gosh. Oh, man, I'll bet some kind of achievement just popped up for ChiTaPrime for casting so many storms in a short amount of time. Because there seems to be random achievements for all kinds of stuff right now. And Mystic is just, you know, burrowing and running the different locations. And because he's able to move while burrowed, you know, it's hard for Cheetah to catch him, and half the storms are missing. But he's just having to burrow. And look at this. This Nidus Canal goes down. A second one pops up, though. Ultralisks are now in this canal. Is he going to pop them out? No, I think he's going to fall back. And in the meantime, he's got them rallied over to this location. Ultralisks going to come in, and this is... pre-patch, so these Ultralisks are doing massive damage to these cannons. Boom! Boom! Just so much damage. Takes down the pylon, disabling half the cannons as well. Wow, and Jizzler's just going to go down so fast. He needs to get those probes, though. He needs to actually cash in on this attack. But in the meantime, he can attack over here as well. He still has some roaches burrowed over here. He needs to get some freaking obs out so he can kill these roaches while they're burrowed. Having to run his whole force over here. So many Templar. Oh my god, look at that. Mass Templar. So ridiculous. Is he going to get some tech out to try and deal with those mass Templar, though? because he only has a few stalkers, so well, even a few stalkers are going to be pretty good against mutas actually. So I don't know if mutas are really going to do much good. Maybe some broodlords might help, but mass ultras running in here. So many storms. Oh man, did you see the ultralists die? Oh, blah, they're like huge carcasses falling over. These few, look at this. These roaches still alive over here, still alive. They could just take storms while they're underground like that, and he doesn't know where they are. There's the observer. Never mind, he does know where they are. So he's able to storm them even when they're underground, target them. And look at this, another Nidus Canal going down over here. This is ridiculous. He's putting Nidus worms everywhere. I'm sorry I keep saying Nidus Canal. They're Nidus worms in this game, and just attacking wherever he needs to at all times. And he can fall back to these Nidus worms too if he gets attacked. Look at this. He's even putting up another Nidus worm right in the middle there, so he can A, put out more troops, and B, fall back to that if necessary. It looks like that might go down before it even comes up, though. This Nidus worm is in trouble as well, but it doesn't even matter. Here comes this massive of Templar coming in here, just with he can storm everything. So many storms. Oh my god. Look at this. He's got 16, 20, about 20 High Templar there. Wow, and it is amazing that he's able to get the gas for that, because, I mean, well, he's got... he's had his natural expansion, he's had his main running, and look at this, another Nidus worm sneaking up in the back here. He's got it rallied into the base already, pops out. Is he going to unload immediately? Yes, here comes roaches and ultras popping out. As soon as he destroys one Nidus worm, another one pops up in the back. This is absolutely ridiculous. I don't know how ChiTa's going to deal with it. He's got some observers out here, luckily, because he might lose this robotics facility before too long. The main nexus is going to go down. Not going to lose too much gas because of that, but he's losing these gateways, these warp gates, which are very, very important. Well, not terribly important since he's maxed. He can afford to kind of lose them temporarily. It looks like he's going to go for a counterattack, though. Stalker's going into this expansion. He's trying to pop up spine crawlers just in the nick of time, but look at this. He's just Nidus worms everywhere. Single Zergling running around spotting for things. He may have had something else spotting over there as well. He's going to lose his main base right now. And look at this. His main is in tatters, and he can just run all those units back into the Nidus worm and get them out again. And hopefully take down this expansion over here. Yes, he's going to take down this nascent expansion before it can even warp anything in. That's exactly what he needs to do. Now that he's lost this high yield expansion, he's down to just this third base and this brand new fourth base, which he's going to lose momentarily. I don't think he can even reinforce this fast enough to save it. So he basically, all he can do is counter and try and kill off this base. Oh man, look at all these new cannons about to warp in. He needs to go and attack that mess now. Go, 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 go. I don't know if he has enough forces, though. Even with all the warping cannons, they're actually forming a shield against these back cannons as well. So I don't know if he's going to be able to do enough damage. Here he comes in, slaughtering probes on the way with his Ultralist. 4 kills only so far, though. And this Ultra is going to go to work on these cannons in the front. It's going to stay a little bit behind, but now he's in range of these cannons. It's going to hone him pretty bad. And yeah, so he's lost this new expansion over here. This is the only expansion that Mystic is mining from right now, but it doesn't really matter. He's got a huge army. Well, it does matter, actually, because they're both kind of trading armies back and forth, so he needs to worry about that. He's mined out this this high yield, though. So both players, actually, are only at this one expansion. Ton of probes over here. Not a lot of drones over here. Actually, no, lots of drones over here, too. And here he comes in with massive amounts of Ultralists getting stormed by this massive... huge blob of High Templar just going to work on these Ultras. So many hit points on the Ultras, 500 hit points each. They're able to suck up so much damage, and now he's coming in with the Zerglings as well. Look at that, the Ultras took so much damage, and were able to slaughter, wow, those High Templar, now that they were out of storm, caught them on the ridge. I'm going to go back and watch that again, actually, really quick over here, because that was just amazing how these Ultralists just came in here, and I expected with all those storms, with like 20 High Templar, for them to do more damage than that, but the Ultralists have an attack that does splash damage to everything that's kind of in front of them. So look at him just eat all these High Templar. Oh man, he tries to warp them into Archons, and they just form just a minor shield for these Stalkers in the back. But those Ultralists were just able to do so much damage to the High Templar in a line. It was ridiculous. So look at this. Mystic still at 150 food, 150 supply, and ChiTa's down to 90. So really, really a bad situation. He's gonna have to. He's got a ton of cannons over here, and that's all that's kind of keeping this base alive from these Ultras coming in and pwning him. But with some Roaches and some other support, I'm hearing some funny noises going on. I don't know what those noises are. Oh, they're things loading up into these Nidus networks. So that's cool. Anyway, and here he comes out. He's got his queens alongside as well. Is he going to transfusion the Ultralisks? Perhaps he will. Yes, he's transfusing the Ultralisk. Okay, the queens came along on accident, though. Well, he's going to still keep one there, though, apparently. To drop some creep tumors. I like that. I like that a lot. He's managed to get up some more High Templar. He's got a decent amount of money in the bank. He's low on warp gates right now, so he's not able to use that money really to make enough forces at the moment. But look at this. He can just be so many places at once. The Ultras are not going to run in here and pick off this base. Not a huge loss. He's going to lose some gas and a couple warp gates basically, but not too much. Where are his warp gates right now? Okay, put them all out in front here. Again, a pretty vulnerable position, though, over here. Not that good of a position at all. Anyway, neither player really producing anything right now, since they're both kind of mining off just one base. But this is the key right here. We've got hatcheries going up at both these bottom positions. If Mystic gets those bases up, he can transfer drones over there and just be mining a ton from both those bases. I just heard another Nidus Swarm go up somewhere. Oh, in the back of the main. I guess he wants to go after the main base again. That's kind of weird. He's got a couple Zerglings and Queens in there for some reason. Anyway, oh, the Ultra's going after the warp gates. If he loses the warp gates, that will be really, really bad. He'll be stopped in his production, and Mystic will be able to max out. Look at that. Oh, trying to storm the path to the Nidus Swarm. The Nidus Swarm goes down. All of the units get saved. That is just brilliant. He can spawn Nidus Worms anywhere he needs to and fall back to them or attack from them. Just ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Now, the Nidus Worms do take money to cast, though, so he has spent a lot of money on these Nidus Worms. I mean, it's a really good strategy when he's got the money to burn, especially when he's been maxed out. It makes a lot of sense to do that. I love this creep tumor, like almost stopping him from building a Nexus. Not quite. But, this creep tumor is clearly over here. I wonder if he's going to get an obs over here and find it. He's got several obs just chilling over here. I'm not sure why he didn't at least spread them out and try and do some scouting with them or something. Anyway, Cheetah trying to take this this top base up here, putting a Zealot to kill off that single Zergling that I didn't see if that killed off a probe or anything beforehand. And I like this position. He's putting his troops kind of between the important parts. They can still get over here and attack this if he needs to. In fact, he should spawn a Stalker or something over here. Take care of these couple of Zerglings. More Zerglings just coming out of this Nidus Worm over here just to clear up whatever pylons he can, just to make sure he can kill everything off that he possibly can in that main. Anyway, it might be counterattack time for ChiTaPrime. Look at that. He's got Archons in the mix. Oh, man. Weapons upgrades. Gotta talk. Level 2 weapons upgrades on those Archons. Here comes the Nidus Worm. Not going to survive long enough to put anything out, though. Looks like he was going to try and come in from behind, though. Wasn't expecting that army to come back. I like that move, though. He saw the army move out and then tried to spawn one in back so that he could kind of do a counterattack, basically. What is he doing? Come on, go kill those Zerglings. Oh, that's what he's doing. He's defending his last mining base, or his newest mining base, against tons of Ultralisks. Oh, man, the Ultras still have their rams upgraded. What is he going to do? Oh, he's going to spawn a Nidus Canal up here, run up the ramp, spawn a Nidus Worm, rather, and try and pick off this base, and then run back into the Nidus Worm. That is beautiful. Wow, look at this. These Ultras holding the ramp while this Nidus Worm spawns, kills off the Nexus, and retreats into the Worm. He storms the crap out of the path to the Worm, but every unit gets in, and all of them are saved. Wow, and what is this next one? Okay, maybe he spawned another Worm just in case that one failed to try to run away from. It's going to die pretty quickly. No real point in that. But he's gotten this high yield back up. He's gotten this up. He's gotten this up. He's got 2 bases, almost a third mining.